Hey guys, what's going on? As the video indicates, the video title, we are finally doing the Season 3 tier list video. You guys have been requesting it a lot. I keep saying it's coming out. Finally, it's out. So here you go. Season 3 is one of the best seasons in the game. Basically, all of the heroes are quite good, and you shouldn't be upset about getting any of the heroes in here. Generally, my guidance is always skip Season 1, skip Season 2, use your super tickets on Season 3, skip Season 4, and then continue to use your super tickets on Season X. Now, basically I have a new setup for kind of these videos. As always, I have sort of the tier list picture on the right side. I will go kind of reveal each hero worst to best. So D to S, D being the worst, S being the best. I'll briefly explain the hero in the game, and then I also have a sort of chart system, a new kind of chart system, kind of for main categories of, I guess, strengths in the game. Let me know how you guys like the system. If you like it, let me know. Give me feedback. Tell me you like it. If you don't, let me know how I can either improve it or just completely get rid of it. Doesn't really matter to me. If you guys don't like it, I'll just do something else. So anyway, the Season 3 has 6 heroes. Wings of Liberty, Major Anna, Tech Priestess, Countdown, Farseer, and Vanguard. So let's get to kind of the worst. Worst in Season 3 means they're still good. And kind of this is revolving around sort of Season 3 and a little bit beyond. But it's not like compared to Season 1, right? All these heroes would be S tier compared to Season 1. So that's kind of how I'm going with it. And it's not really compared to Season X, because they'd all be like D, or not all of them, but a lot of these heroes would be like D tier in Season X. So anyway, we'll start at the B tier. So the first hero, whoops, sorry about that. The first hero I'll be talking about is Farseer. Now, Farseer is not bad, like I said, but she just happens to be B tier. Because the other heroes are actually quite damn good. So Farseer is basically a ranged vehicle hero. As you can see on the left, to kind of explain the chart, going clockwise, we start at the tank. So how tanky are these heroes? How do they, match up as a tank? Then going clockwise, we have how much of a support are they? So support mainly being debuffs and buffs, healing, kind of other things like that. Then we have CC. CC is crowd control, like I explained in a couple of my videos. In Last Shelter, it's silence, suppression, disarm, and confusion. Those are the 4 levels of CC. And they're not all equal, as I might explain sort of later on. Then we have damage. So how much damage did this hero do? And then kind of the most important, in my opinion, is adaptability. So how adaptable are these heroes? Can they sort of fit in any combo? Are they only good in certain metas? Are they only good as counters, etc.? So that's kind of the main thing that we'll sort of be focused on, is that adaptability. Now, like I said with Farseer, so she's not tanky at all. Not at all. She's basically a mid-range hero. A middle row hero is where you'll often see her. Her ranges basically line that up. She can be back rowed if you want. It's okay. But she's mainly a middle row hero, and she really kind of only lines up in the 3 sisters combo. If you don't really have the 3 sisters, any of the other 3 sisters, you only have Farseer, you can run kind of basic orange heroes, and she'll do okay. You can also run someone like Panther, Farseer, whoever, and it'll be pretty decent. So her adaptability might be a little bit better, might be a 2 or 1.5 instead of the kind of 1 that I've given it. But it's basically just because she kind of pigeonholes herself into vehicle combos, and particularly in the middle row is where she belongs. So that's Farseer. I don't really use Farseer ever anymore. And like I said, it's really only used in 3 sisters before there. So the next hero we're going to be talking about is Wings of Liberty. So Wings of Liberty is a little bit different. He is a ranged archer hero. That's what he's classified as, but he's definitely not a ranged hero. His ranges are definitely not long enough to put him in the back row. So I don't really know why they're considering him a ranged hero. He pretty much always belongs in the middle. Not a tank. He has 0 tank stats, like 0 tank attributes. He has plus combat speed, and none of these reduce really any of his damage at all. He has quite good support. So he heals quite a bit. Not like a ton, but in Season 3, an okay amount. He heals himself and one friendly ally. The problem is this chance is so low, and it's a 1-turn prep. So it's not as good of a heal as it should be. And also he lowers resistance for 2 turns. So he doesn't really do any CC. Like I said, these debuffs are not classified as CC. So yeah, and his damage is pretty weak. I mean, he does some damage, but it's kind of nothing. I'm giving his adaptability sort of a 2. He can pretty much go into any shooter combo, and he'll do fine. He doesn't really rely on anything or anyone. He'll do fine. You can even kind of pair him up with some fighter and shooter combos, and he'll do okay. So that's all about Wings of Liberty. I basically never use him after Season 4. In the best case scenario, obviously, if you have all the Season 4 heroes and Season X heroes, etc. So going even more forward, we have Vanguard. So rounding out kind of the B tier heroes is Vanguard. So Vanguard is pretty interesting. She's a support vehicle hero, but she's basically a frontliner only. So her adaptability is quite low. The other thing is that she decreases basic attack damage, which definitely makes her not suitable for a lot of combos that she could otherwise be in. She increases combat skill damage, and she also basically has this quick reload ability, which means one of your friendly squads, their last ability has a chance to automatically activate. So the reason why she's a little bit tanky is her skill Blur. She has a chance to basically evade damage, any form of damage, basic attack, dot, or I guess skill damage. So that's why she's actually a little bit tanky. It's only for the first 2 rounds though, otherwise she'd be kind of OP in the tank slot. So she's a lot of tanky. She's got a lot of support, 0 CC basically. The reason why I've rated her damage a little bit higher is basically just because of this combat skill damage. So that's about it. And her adaptability is quite low. Again, she's really kind of only used in the 3 Sisters. I use her with Countdown and Death Rider, but I basically consider that the 3 Sisters because of Countdown, right? So that's Vanguard. She's pretty good. Like I said, all these heroes are good. The 3 Sisters have always kind of been notorious in this game as being a very, very good combo. So they're definitely not bad. Anyway, moving on, we have the A tier. So that kind of rounds out the B tier. No one's C or D in Season 3. They're all pretty damn good. But anyway, the next hero on the list is Countdown. So Countdown is even more odd and interesting for Season 3. She's a terrible tank. She's a ranged vehicle hero, which means she goes in the way, way back. She's very bad as a tank. She doesn't really have much support. The one support that she does have is this sort of making them unable to recover units. So it's a pretty decent debuff. It basically means, she's a decent counter to Gluttony or Tech Priestess or Deus Ex Machina. So she has kind of that support kit within her, I guess. She has 0 CC, not considering this, which again I'm not considering that a CC, and she does a buttload of damage, especially in Season 3. She does the most damage, period, up until Season 4 and beyond. Her adaptability, again, quite low. She's really only used in the 3 Sisters. You can use her with orange heroes, but you can kind of use anybody with orange heroes. You can't use her at all with Panther. You can't use her with Anna. It's really just Vanguard. It's all about Vanguard because she does not basic attack. So at all. She has no basic attacks. She just has increased skill damage, and she's all about skills, which is why Vanguard pairs very nicely with her, as does Farseer actually. So that's the three sister combo, by the way, if you're not familiar. It's Vanguard, Farseer, Countdown, in that order. So anyway, that's Countdown. She's just a glass cannon, pretty much entirely a glass cannon. She does a shit ton of damage. And that's sort of about it. So the next hero on the A tier list is actually Anastasia. So, or Major or Nastia or whatever people call her. But I call her Anastasia. Anastasia is another vehicle hero. There are 4 vehicle heroes in the Season 3 pool. I don't know why, but they just heavy loaded them. So Anna is a support vehicle hero. And as you can see from the chart, she's a support hero. So she's a little bit interesting. Some of these stats kind of rely on other heroes in her combo, but she's not at all a tank. She basically belongs in the middle row, or in the back. You can do her in the front, but that's kind of just if you need to plug in other people, or you're really like very, very specific against the opponent that you're going to face up against. So anyway, she has great support. So she basically gives people more damage, her teammates more damage. She gives them extra basic attacks, and she just causes the enemy to just take more damage. So she's all about buffs and debuffs. She also has a ton of CC, or not a ton, but a decent amount of CC. She can give basic attacks suppression, basically all throughout the game, and she actually gives another basic attack. So it kind of doubles the amount of suppression that's possible, sort of. Anyway, she does some CC. Also, I'm giving her damage score actually an increase. So personally, Anastasia doesn't do much damage, generally speaking. But if you're considering the amount that she's doing from Slaughtering Siege's debuff and the amount she does from, basically granting people an extra basic attack, it's pretty good. So her damage is okay. It's obviously not amazing, but it's decent. Her adaptability is quite good, especially in Season X and even in Season 3. So Anna can be used in vehicle combos, Panther, Anna, Ivan being the sort of Season 3 vehicle combo. She's not good with Countdown at all. She's not really good with Vanguard, but every other vehicle hero she's basically good with. She's also good with shooter heroes. So this ability also works with shooters, which is pretty cool. She gives shooters an extra basic attack. So think Nomad, think, I don't know, Koshé, think Rose, a lot of these shooter heroes. So Major Anna is actually quite adaptable. She's used pretty often in Season X meta. Valkyrie Anna Nomad is one of the best, if not the best, shooter combos in Season X. So the fact that you're using a Season 3 hero in Season X is pretty amazing. Same with Countdown, actually. So Countdown is oftentimes used with Kamikaze. So Kamikaze, Heaven's Countdown, or Kamikaze Ivan Countdown, or Heaven Countdown Death Rider. Kind of all of these combos. Countdown is used quite a bit in Season X meta if you don't have all of the Season X heroes, right? So the final hero, as you might be able to determine from process of elimination, is the one and only beautiful Tech Priestess. The hero talk about every day, all the time. Get Tech Priestess, get Tech Priestess, get Tech Priestess. Basically, all of these should be 5. She's just amazing. So she's an S hero by far. She's an S hero in Season 4. She's an S hero in Season X. All across the board. The main thing about Tech Priestess, she is kind of a frontline or middle line tank, support, healer, CC'er, all around everything except for damage. But she kind of has a little bit of damage that we'll talk about in a second. Right here, 60% bonus damage. So it's not terrible. It might even be a 1.5 out of 5 or something like that. I don't know. But yes, so, and also her confusion can technically do damage to the enemy. So if they're confused and they use a skill, it can do damage. So this could actually be a 2.5, 2.5 maybe, if you're feeling generous, maybe even a 3. I don't know. Anyway, Tech Priestess is basically used any combo you have. If you want to use a fighter, just use Tech Priestess. It doesn't really matter. She has no concerns. She can go in the front line. She can go in the middle row. She can even go in the back line if you're feeling risky. She's just that hero. She does a lot of healing. She's very tanky. She has this plus 15 HP. She has plus resistance. She heals herself, or she has the ability to heal herself. She confuses the enemy, which means she'll be taking less damage, theoretically. So all around, she's just a fantastic hero. She's used with pretty much everybody, so I'm not going to list every hero in the game. But that's Tech Priestess. In Season 3, she's the only fighter hero, which is a little bit weird. So the combo is generally like Viscount, Tech Priestess, Dragon's Rage. Is a very good combo in Season 3 for strictly fighters. But like I said, really anybody. Orange heroes, doesn't matter. So anyway, that's the Season 3 tier list. Let me know what you guys think of sort of the new kind of format. I'll probably make these little chart things for every single hero. Like I mentioned a while ago, for all the new subscribers, I will probably be doing a series where I'm covering every hero kind of shortly like this. I might go a little bit more in depth. I'll cover sort of all the combos that they go around with, and how good they are, if you should get them, if they're worth getting, etc. So that's it for Season 3. You can use this tier list, show your buddies, I don't know, argue with me, argue with them. Doesn't matter. I'm sure people will have differences of opinions, but this is kind of my estimate. If you guys don't think Tech Priestess is an S tier hero, you're crazy is all I can say. That's the only one I care about. You can argue about any of the other ones, but don't talk ish about Tech Priestess. All right, guys, that is about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully it helps, especially if you're going into Season 3. But even if you're not, even if you're going beyond Season 3, if you're thinking about token shops, if you're thinking about the hero return pools, your Doomsday reward cards, should I use Season 1? Should I use Season 2, Season 3, Season 4? This information should help you out. So that's about it, guys. If you're not new here, if you've been here for a while, I have some new decor. People always comment, why do I live in a prison? I don't. So I got some Weeb posters out here. If you know what they are from, I know it's very hard to tell. They're very far away. But if you know what they are from, leave it in the comments. And I don't know. I'll give you a heart. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions on these heroes, as always, let me know. Hope you guys are having fun in the game. Hope you guys are having fun in real life. Hope you're staying safe, staying healthy, and just living large. Anyway, guys, I will catch you all later. Take care. Have a great day. Peace.